My wife sent this to me. A real life example of the mental load. Insert inappropriate joke here.
Yesterday, and I was by myself. I didn't have my kids or anything like that. And
Gotcha.
I saw an example of something I think a lot of women struggle with in their marriages, but
You're talking too much. Okay.
especially when they're parents, which is that they have on paper what looks like a great partner.
Yep, my wife. She has a great partner.
Who is a good dad, who is present
Yep, I'm her daddy.
and involved. But at the
Yep.
end of the day, they're the person carrying the mental load.
Love that mental load. Listen, you just got to split your mental load. Yep, you know, my wife has a mental load for some stuff like the shopping. She do be shopping, but I'll have the mental load on things like math and taking care of bills and whatnot, and allowing her to spend money and keeping that budget, which is usually just spend whatever you want, and I don't really buy things for myself, which I'm fine with, by the way. But yeah, you're a team. You gotta split the mental load for sure.
And like project managing the kids, right? And I say this because yesterday, I'm on this flight and there's this couple behind me. They have a toddler and it's the two parents.
All right, just one toddler, two parents.
And
Gotcha.
The plane was one of the smaller planes. So it was the toddler and the mom on one side of the aisle and the dad on the other side of the aisle.
Gotcha.
And first,
what do they buy, an empty seat? What is going on with that?
a couple came down and they asked the dad to switch with them because they wanted to sit together and they weren't in the same aisle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Now, I'm a nice guy. I might consider saying yes, so I personally would check in with my wife. But then again, you got a toddler. Pretty sure toddlers are young and they're dumb, right? I think babies come out of the mom's vagina dumber than any other animal. Other animals come out, they can walk. Babies will die if you leave them alone for 5 minutes. So, yeah, that husband should probably say no. Or he could defer to the wife for her to be mean. I will sometimes defer to my wife to, be mean to people. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm a little too nice, which is something I'm working on, Okay. But I'm only nice because my wife lets me be, right? That's the best relationship. Mean wife, loving husband. That's the best relationship, dude.
He couldn't answer the question without asking his wife. He was like, oh, yeah, I'd be happy to switch with you, but let me ask my wife. And he said, hey, would it be less helpful to you if I was in that aisle up there by the window?
No.
And
it's a bit far away, it sounds.
She was like, yes, of course, that would be less helpful to me.
Valid response of being irritated with your husband, by the way.
If you were in a completely different aisle by a window, right? Like it's better if you're near me and our toddler than it is if you're in a different aisle.
That's true. And you got to keep in mind, what if the plane goes down? Do you think that you can trust a woman to know how to survive? All women do is they panic. Okay? I'm slightly joking here. Don't ban me. But when I'm driving a car, here's a typical thing when a man's driving a car. You're driving, you have no problem, you have everything around, your peripherals, you know where everybody is at the same time, you're playing 7D chess. Your wife does that. What the fuck's going on? Because she's just scared of every issue that's happening around, so she freaks out. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? I thought we're gonna hit that person. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're not even close. So, you can't trust your wife to be able to deal with stressful situations. Women, okay, don't trust your wife. Okay, I'm just kidding.
And so he said to those people, he was like, hey, sorry, like I can't switch. It wouldn't be helpful to my wife.
That's totally valid.
Which, like, first and foremost, it was like he should have known that, right? Like he should.
Yeah, but kudos to him for checking in.
Known that, but he deferred to her to respond to that question.
Yeah.
I then offered to switch because the other person was in my row. So I was like, I'll switch. I'll sit next to the dad. So I proceeded
we're getting a little love triangle here.
to sit next to this dad. And the entire flight, he was basically reading while the mom was taking the toddler to the bathroom because she said she was potty training, while the mom was feeding the toddler, while the mom was playing with the toddler. She was coloring with the toddler. Yeah. She was comforting the toddler who was scared because there was turbulence, and dad was like reading his book. But
okay. I mean, that could be an issue. The problem is I don't know the rest of their relationship. Maybe it was mommy's turn to take care of it. Maybe they have like a relationship dynamic where she takes care of the kid. Well, I think it's totally fine to have more of like a one parent takes care of the kid. One parent maybe, goes to the work. Although you should be sharing the burden or the load. I don't know. I don't know enough about their relationship. Me personally, I feel like my wife would probably take care of the kid more on the plane because I get motion sick. So that's like I got to deal with myself. I'm a big fucking baby. So it could be an issue. I mean, the dad should be splitting the load. Maybe she's fine with it. I don't really know. But although it does sound like dad could contribute a little more.
He was always happy to help. He would say, how can I help? What do you need?
Oh, see, look at that. Beautiful.
And she'd say, I need the wipes. And he was like, great. Where are they? And
bro, I'm so sorry. Yeah, dude. I don't pack the bags. I don't pack a bag, bro. My wife packs the bags and she organizes, and I respect my wife and I appreciate that. I pay for everything. I'll pay for things. I drive. I have a fucking brain fart. Carry the heavy stuff. Like, here's a typical trip for my wife and I to Disney. My wife wants to go to Disney. She wants to plan it. She enjoys that. I give her the card. I tell her she can do whatever we want. We'll talk about what we want to do. Okay, we're going to stay in this hotel for this many nights, and blah, blah, blah. So she sets the plan with my money. Right, the night comes, she obviously will pack before it goes on there. I help her a little bit, but she mostly packs. I'll load the car up. I drive the car to the airport. Get to the airport. I'll carry all the bags in there. Yada, yada, yada. We'll sit down. We'll enjoy the flight together. We get off. We get the bags. Sorry. We'll get the car. I'll drive to the hotel, and then we'll enjoy our time together. Right? I don't know. That's just what my wife likes to and is better at that kind of stuff. I'm a big dumb man. And I try to contribute. Like, when we're home, I do clean stuff. It's not like my wife doesn't clean, or I only just like to clean, or I'll clean, I'll cook sometimes. But yeah, man, I don't know. I can kind of relate. Maybe I need to do more. I don't know. Maybe I need to check in with my wife. We'll find out after the segment that she sent to me, maybe passive aggressively.
It's like in the bag under your feet. Like, you have the bag there in the bag.
Yeah, I can't find anything in front of my fucking face.
Where in the bag? And that was what he asked for, everything. When the toddler had to go to the bathroom, he said, well, what should I do? And which snack do you want?
That's a valid question.
What do you need from me? It was basically what I think a lot of women struggle with, which is that they have these partners who are physically there and they're involved, but they wait for the direction from their partner, and they leave the entire mental load with her. Like, she has to pack the diaper bag, know where the wipes are, know what snacks are there, bring the arts and crafts, and then tell him what to do the entire flight. Like, he couldn't make a decision without her when
that does sound stressful for her.
It came to the toddler. And I just feel like this is something so many women struggle with, because their partner is sitting there being like, hey, I'm a good dad. Like, I'm always here. I'm always happy to help. I will do anything you ask of me. And she's sitting there saying, I don't want to have to ask you, right? And I don't want to have to tell you where the wipes are. You should know where the wipes are in the diaper bag.
I guess if it's a diaper bag specifically, sure. If it's a packed bag, a carry-on, I don't know where anything is.
You should have helped me.
I mean, here's the thing. Maybe you should. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. For men do big task, women do small task. Right? Now, I'm not saying small task, less work. Small task, many small task. Few big task, right? Give husband baby, husband hold baby. You do that. That's a big task. Hold baby, rock baby, kiss baby, love baby, right? Mom do diaper, mom do snack. There you go. You have to understand the male, female, the boy, girl dynamic. Men do big tasks very well. That's why we love Costco. Big things, and they don't really move. Girls do small tasks, a lot of small tasks really well. A lot of little things. They're always thinking about 700,000 things. It's fucking insane. So, here's my thing. You got to give husband the big task, but maybe she wanted to hold the baby. But you can't do big task and small. Men can't do small task. We just can't do small tasks, guys. We're part of the IDD community. You know what I'm saying? So, something to think about.
Pack this bag for our toddler, because it's a lot of work packing for yourself and a toddler for a plane ride, right? That's a lot of work. And so it was just such an interesting example.
What if two men are in a relationship? That's gay.
In real life, of what it looks like when on paper you have a dad who is physically present, who is involved, who's always happy to help, and yet mom is still essentially the project manager and the person carrying the mental load. And that can be a really exhausting, frustrating dynamic.
Here's the thing. You know what? I get it. I understand women. You think I'm generalizing? Yeah, of course I'm generalizing. What the fuck else do I have? I have a fucking vague story. Of course I generalize, dude. That's number one. Number two, real question. How much of the mom wants to do, this is the thing, my wife likes to do certain tasks. And I do those tasks well, but she doesn't like how I do them. And I let her own things. We are a 50-50 couple. We have a house. It's her house. So, I'll do the dishes. I do the dishes fine. I put things away fine. Well, I don't like this. Okay. I'll just do it myself. Okay, I'm not going to have a fucking fight with you. Because you like to do something your way that is irrelevant to the success of the task because you like to do it. And I'm going to give you that satisfaction, but I'm not going to stress myself out over it. So it's like, how many tasks are we not giving our husband because we just like to do it? Well, I'm just saying, something to think about. You know, you can't be in full control and not give people or your husband the opportunity to succeed by just doing it because you are very, I don't know, have some kind of fucking fixation on how exactly it gets done, and then get upset when we don't know what the fuck we're doing. You know, you decided to delegate that task to yourself, and we've decided to do other tasks like cleaning the toilet or something, you know?